Okay, we're now live.
All right, we're back. Mr. Donnellan, legislation discussion.
I have a number of pieces for you to discuss, most of them, so I'll read them. First of all, ordinance number 2021-9, we have a motion to read by title only. Second.
Aye.
This is an ordinance to amend appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the village of Gulfport for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2021. I need a motion, a second. Motion by title only. So we did that. This is a motion to approve. Second. And then this is what we talked about before, it's updating appropriations for the roof. We roll call.
Mr. Badger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Aye.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
And then I need a motion to suspend the second and third readings and a roll call vote.
So moved.
Second.
Call. One second. Mr. Badger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
The second piece is resolution number 2021-22. This is putting our 2 mill levy directly on the ballot in November, so I need a motion to read by title only. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So this is a resolution providing for the submission to the electorate of a 2.0 mil renewal property tax levy for the current operating expenses of the municipality. The motion second on roll call vote.
Motion.
Second. Roll call.
Mr. Badger?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
Next are 3 resolutions in succession. These are to request information from the auditor's office about the potential of putting the village on the November ballot for fire services. Okay, may I have a motion to read the first by title only?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is a resolution declaring the necessity of levying a tax in excess of the 10 mil, with limitation equal to 10 mil, and requesting the county auditor to certify matters in connection therewith. And the motion second on roll call. So moved. Second.
Mr.
Beat me
Badger?
to it.
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
I need a motion to read number 24 by title only. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. This is a resolution declaring the necessity of levying a tax in excess of 10 mil, limitation equal to 11 mils, requesting the county auditor to certify matters in connection therewith. Motion second on roll call.
Motion.
Second.
Ms.
We're
Snyder?
going faster than mine.
What?
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Yes.
Mr. Betcher?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Next is resolution number 2021-25. May I have a motion to read by title only?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is a resolution declaring the necessity of levying a tax in excess of the 10 mil, with limitation equal to 12 mils, and requesting the county auditor to certify matters in connection therewith. Motion second and a roll call vote.
Motion.
Second. Ms. Cheney?
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote. Ms. Cheney?
Oh, it's roll call. Oh,
I'm sorry.
yes.
Mr. Betcher?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff?
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp?
Yes.
Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Next is resolution 2021-26. This is the resolution to authorize depository agreement with the Fifth Third Bank. Need a motion to read by title. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need to recuse myself as one of the offers came from a U.S. bank, and as a U.S. bank employee and shareholder, I'm recusing myself from any votes.
Thank you, Mr. Betcher.
So this is a resolution designating public depositories for funds in the village of Gulfport, Ohio for the period of August 1, 2021 to July 31, 2026, and declaring an emergency. And I need a motion to approve this as an emergency. So moved.
Okay.
Roll call. Ms. Snyder?
Yes.
Mr. Knipp? Mr. Van Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Pridenoff? Mr. Betcher? Oh, abstains. Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Last piece is resolution 2021-27. This is a resolution authorizing our health insurance contract with United Healthcare through the Center for Local Government Pool. And a motion to read this by title only.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's a resolution approving a contract with United Healthcare to provide health insurance coverage for village employees through the Center for Local Government Benefits Pool. Need a motion, second. and a roll call vote.
Second.
Roll call, Ms. Cheney,
Yes.
Mr. Batchor,
Yes.
Ms. Prydnoff,
Yes.
Mr. Van Horn,
Yes.
Mr. Knapp,
Yes.
Ms. Snyder.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer, did we get every one of the resolution numbers?
I believe so, yes.
The last item I have for you is not on the agenda, but it's for a motion. You heard me talk to Commissioner Kesterman, asking what he knew about the opioid settlement and the bankruptcy with Purdue Pharma. We did file a claim, as many other jurisdictions throughout the United States. As a creditor, we were notified of the reorganization plan and asked to vote on that reorganization plan. We are a class 4 creditor. As a class 4 creditor, they will create a public creditors trust to put billions of dollars into that trust, and it can only be used for education and treatment. When we filed creditors' claims and when we went into negotiations, the idea was we would all get money to compensate us for additional overtime, police departments and so forth. After long mediation, they negotiate this, and so they're asking communities to vote on it. Our vote deadline is Wednesday of this week. I don't know what impact this has on our role with One Ohio. That's why I asked Mr. Kestner. That's why I reached out to the AG's office. I reached out to our municipal saying, how do you want us to vote? Do you want us to vote yes? We were not part of the coalition. I would tell you absolutely yes. But I don't want to vote yes and then have them say, what are you doing? We think we can leverage more money out of it. I don't want to vote no. And they say, what are you doing? We want this. So I asked the AG's office last week, not responded. And over the weekend, I sent an email to Ken Scarrett, the head of the Ohio Municipal League, saying, what do you know? So the motion I'm asking you to make is, if we find out before the close of business Wednesday, authorize Mr. Burke to vote the ballot, I was recommending. If not, we just don't vote. If it's not prejudice, not to vote. I doubt they're going to get all the votes that they need because thousands of ballots. The judge can still approve the claim with or without our vote. So I don't see us being prejudiced, but I don't want to hurt whatever our negotiation posture may be. We want to. So the motion I ask you to make is authorize Mr. Hurd, if we find out the vote filed accordingly, if not to vote it.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
That's all.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll let you know. You're tired of listening to me. I'm tired of hearing you.
It's your
That's all I
report then? All right. Ms. Snyder, Executive Committee.
Executive committee did meet tonight. Most of what was discussed was already mentioned by the village administrator in his report. Additionally, we did discuss moving forward with spending the $50,000 grant on playground equipment. We are still working towards figuring out the best way to spend that money, and it seems that our current plan is to add additional equipment and also refurbish the equipment we currently have. And that is the end of my report. Oh, we do meet August 16th, 5:30 a.m.
And we may need to call a special executive
Oh,
meeting
yes,
to discuss the RFP for the garbage.
yes.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Snyder. Is there any questions for Ms. Snyder? And if not, Ms. Cheney, I was told you submitted an education report.
Yes,
Do you wish
I
to
did.
speak to it?
Just that PRN, LSDMC met with town properties and the information is in the, I submitted it, it will be in the minutes.
Very good. Thank you, Ms.
It's
Cheney.
on the reading.
Any questions for Ms. Cheney? Mr. Prydnoff, do you have a nonprofit report? Mr. Van Horn and Mr. Lanzer, is there a fire district board member report?
The next board meeting is Wednesday, July 21st at 6 p.m. at Fairfax. We're back in person.
Very good.
And they do not stream.
Mr. Betcher, is there a planning commission?
I think they indicated that if it has to be streamed, we may end up having all the people. Did she say that?
Jenny told me they can't do it. I had called her in the last week
Our email, so
Next planning commission meeting scheduled for Monday, August 2nd, pending any business.
Thank you, Mr. Betcher. Any questions for Mr. Betcher? Community engagement, Mr. Knipp.
Yes, next meeting is restarting the code Tuesday, August 3rd, 7:15 here at the community building.
All right, thank you, Mr. Knipp. And Mr. Betcher, Finance Committee.
Finance committee didn't meet this evening. I think we rehashed just about everything. So I will leave it at that. And report. We'll meet again on August 16th.
Any questions for Mr. Betcher? Project 47 Task Force Fire Services Analysis, Mr. Hirth and Mr. Donovan.
No further report. Got any more buttons?
All right,
So quick question, Mr. Donlin, on the engagement committee. You're meeting on Tuesday, August 3rd at what time?
7:15.
So is it possible to have the person recording the minutes do it by Zoom?
Yeah, because we're not voting members. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just record it? That way Andy doesn't have to do anything.
You can physically record it, taking that off the record.
Well,
Minutes of the official record.
you guys will need to produce minutes for us, but I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
how we do that.
I just figured we could record it. That way we don't have to bring anybody extra in. The hard part is we can't bring people, they're working during the day. So we
That
can't be
works
there.
as long as we get a record that we take you through.
All right, so the final announcements that I have listed here are next summer council meetings will be held in chambers on Monday, August 16th, 2021, barring any special meetings that come up between now and then. Executive committee on that date at 5:30, finance at 6:30, public hearing on the 2022 tax budget at 7:15, and council at 7:30 p.m. Participation in council meeting by council members or members of the public is required in person at chambers here at 6450 Weehee Road. Those persons wishing to speak at a meeting of council need to register in advance per the rules of council. We'll continue streaming of meetings on the website as possible for the convenience of people that want to stay informed, but obviously they can't communicate with us if they're just watching. They need to be here in person if they want to speak. Community group Go Golf Manor hosts their 4th food truck Friday event in Volunteer Park on August 6th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Is that correct?
Not really.
Presuming that's correct. And I have no other announcements. Are there any other announcements? With that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Bye.
Thank you for your service, everyone.
Yeah.
99.